A man who could drop opponents with what looked like a tiny push, a man whose punches moved faster than the eye could follow, a man who could turn a basic move, something any beginner might know, into a strike so explosive it could stop anyone in their tracks. That man was Bruce Lee. But hear the shocking truth: Bruce didn't rely on fancy moves or supernatural abilities. What made him deadly was how he transformed the simplest kung fu techniques into unstoppable power. In this video we'll uncover exactly how Bruce Lee took ordinary moves and made them extraordinary, turning simplicity into a weapon of precision, speed, and destruction. 1. Bruce Lee philosophy: simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. To understand how Bruce Lee turned simple kung fu moves into deadly power, we first need to explore his mindset. Bruce believed that martial arts were not about memorizing hundreds of techniques or performing complicated forms. Instead, he focused on efficiency. He often said that simplicity is the key to brilliance. For Bruce, the fewer moves you had to think about, the faster you could react. The more direct your motion, the more power you could deliver. When he looked at traditional kung fu styles, Bruce respected their depth but felt they were burdened by tradition. They taught endless sequences, many of which wouldn't work in real combat. So he stripped everything down. He removed the unnecessary and kept only what worked. This minimalism allowed him to move with zero hesitation. Every motion had a purpose, every strike a clear target. By simplifying, he actually became more dangerous because he could act instantly and without wasted motion. This mindset was the foundation of Jeet Kune Do, his personal martial art philosophy. It was not about adding more techniques but about eliminating the useless ones. He once said it: not the daily increase but the daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential. And that's exactly how Bruce Lee turned simple kung fu principles into weapons of real power. 2. The science of motion: why Bruce's simplicity worked. Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist, he was a scientist of movement. He studied biomechanics, physics, and even human anatomy to understand how the body generates force. Most fighters just rely on strength, but Bruce focused on kinetic chains, how one part of the body transfers energy to another. He discovered that true power doesn't come from muscle size but from how efficiently you move your body. Take his famous 1-inch punch as an example. It looked almost impossible. How could someone produce such devastating power from such a short distance? The secret was in his understanding of motion. Bruce aligned his wrist, elbow, shoulder, and hips perfectly so that when he moved, all that energy transferred directly into the target. There was no wasted movement, no tension in the wrong places. Everything was fluid yet explosive. That's how he turned something so small, a mere inch, into a technique that could knock a man off his feet.